Hey, what's happening, MGTOW? Big shout out to all the subscribers out there and all the MGTOW watching worldwide. When I say worldwide, we are worldwide. Hit it with the intro, maestro. Boom!
Bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. Bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. Lick on these nuts and suck the dick. Get the fuck out until ya done. Then I hops in my bitch to make a...
Hey, what's happening, MGTOW? I usually do the walk and talk MGTOW shit, but the weather's kind of crazy, so I decided since I'm going to make a podcast later on, you can find my podcast and all the major podcasts out there, Kendall, Rick, and MGTOW. And this type of story, that keep me up at night, especially as a content creator, Well, I've been on subreddit for the last year. I'm going to give you a little bit of my experience with subreddit and what I've been through it as a content creator. Well, I started posting for subreddit like around 8 months ago when I got banned from YouTube, because I decided to open up a podcast because this MGTOW philosophy got to continue, even though we've been suppressed and everything like that. So I decided I'm going to do different things. And I was at the time, I didn't know if I was going to reopen the channel. So I decided to open up the podcast, and promote, since it's 175,000, promote the podcast out there. And I did some posting and stuff like that. And I'm in there. I'm in MGTOW. Well, I was in MGTOW 1 and MGTOW 2 and MGTOW Nature. And well, my little experience with MGTOW 1 and Reddit, it was like, I think since the incel, and this is just my thought, right? I think since the incels got banned from Reddit, they use a lot of them jump in there because it seems to me like a lot of this MGTOW out there, I don't know if they recognize me because I still use the same name, Kendall Rican. They always was critiquing and criticizing, and you need your prosophy here, you need the S here, like grammar check, and that shit fucking pissed me off. And one time I had to put a meme that I created myself. I called them MGTOW key warriors, and I had some few argument with some of these men out there. But sometimes I enjoy the platform, read some articles and stuff. I'd rather do my own searching than going out there. And some of these articles, they were kind of old anyways when I go out there. So I go to Reddit, MGTOW Reddit, like 4 days ago, because I heard they went under quarantine. When you're under quarantine in Reddit, if you're not in Reddit, those do not know much about Reddit. When they put it in quarantine, means it's gone, it's banned. So this is 175,000 MGTOW banned from Reddit, which is an injustice. Knowing what I'm about to tell you, this is the truth. What I'm about to tell you, this is the reason why MGTOW got banned from that platform, and it's all bullshit. Okay, so they got this lieutenant who and I did not know this was nationwide about this man who had a plot. He had a plot to do a lot of damage, according to the prosecutors. So this is a lieutenant stationed out there in Washington, D.C. He had a plot to kill politicians, journalists, anybody from according to his view, from the left side of the aisle. According to the prosecutor, he had a manifesto, the same manifesto after the Norwegian man who killed 75 people out there in Norway. But those charges got dropped. Well, the man is a junkie, okay? He had heroin problem. They caught him with trafficking some synthetic heroin from Mexico to Washington, D.C. They caught him with a stacked pile of ammunition and guns, like 1,000 ammunition, and I don't know how many guns they had. The count I cannot remember right now. So he pled guilty to the charge of guns and ammunition and drugs. But the other cases, they dropped the charges. The case of home terrorism, because they're trying to get him for home terrorism. So they dropped those charges. So he's still going to face 31 years in prison, because this is a military court they do out there. So they find on his computer that he was with the websites with neo-Nazis, different anti-Semitic websites. You know how they do the computer fingerprint. So they find all kinds of racist shit. But you gotta understand that this man, he's a junkie. He's so doped up. He probably just high and making some crazy research and shit like that. Well, he got sentenced on the 30th of, let me put it up here. On the 30th, he pleaded guilty on the 30th of January. Okay? Now, I'm looking out, I go to subreddit and I want to know what the reason MGTOW subreddit got banned for it. So, one of these person put this article by Vice. Now, bear that all kinds of outlets out there reporting on this. NPR, NBC, PBS, the Navy Times, the Guardian. I went all through this. The New York Times. Let's see what else. CBS News, NBC, Washington, the Washington Post. This is what I do, CNN. So it was a big fiasco what this man was plotting. So I go and they got this article by Vice. Okay? And then it says, U.S. Coast Guard officer facing gun charges. Research show how to get rid of the U.S. Jews in court has revealed, right? So I'm going down and I'm reading. And this is what I'm about to read you here, gentlemen. And this is by Vice. So let me go down here what they say. Okay. So they're doing the article that he was plotting, like I saw, the stuff that I was talking earlier. He was plotting to kill, and he had a big thing, a big plot going on there. Obviously, if the federal government jumping his shit, he was planning to do some crazy shit with his junky ass self. Well, this is Vice. The search history allow Hansen deep familiarity with conspiracy memes and idea driving modern global far right. Example, most frequent visit website was subreddit men going their own way. MGTOW online. Misogynist hub which is visit 10,000 times between 2017 and 2019, according to 120-page report of the Department of Homeland Security Inside Threat Division. Well, Vice was the only one of all. I read all of them. All those that I mentioned, I read them, the articles. Well, guess what? This man, he's married with children. 50-year-old man, married with children. How in the world he can be a MGTOW and be married? You cannot be a MGTOW and be married. It's impossible. It's impossible. These people in Vice are a bunch of fucking liars. Now, this article came out, gentlemen. This article came out on January 30th, 2020. They did the quarantine and MGTOW Reddit on January 31st, 2020. Just because this article lied and said that this man went 10,000 times during those years between the year of 2017 and 2019, thousands of times, they took it down. This is the reason why subreddit, MGTOW subreddit got taken down by this article right here. Right here. Right there. It's a lie. It's a lie. I read all these articles regarding to this man. He wasn't no fucking MGTOW. MGTOW's being on the attack by these crazy ass lunatics from I don't know where, man. Vice. Right after that, the next day, boom. MGTOW Reddit down. 175 MGTOW banned for a lie. Because that guy is not a MGTOW. He's a married man. Even his own lawyer said that he was a family man, a good family man. That's why they didn't charge him for all this conspiracy and shit that he was gonna do. This is unreal when I find this shit out. I was so fucking pissed. I am still pissed. Because this is one of those things that worries me the most as a content creator. Some fucking asshole doing some crazy shit and blame MGTOW, then we're gonna be like fucking incels and shit like that. You guys follow me? We are far from that. We are far from that. We tell men to protect themselves, to love themselves. And yes, if we criticize the opposite sex, it's just because that's the thing we do. This is our philosophy. It's a philosophy. We prevent, from men from killing themselves after divorces and breakups. Not this bullshit, horseshit. Well, gentlemen, this is my video I'm gonna put out here. So, do me a favor, man. I want to put the links of this article so you can read them for yourself. I want to put the advice link, and then I want to put other links, so you guys can see that he's actually a family man. I'm not making this thing up. Also, do me a favor too. I signed up with this. Oh God, I forgot the name of the shit right now. Let me just bear with me because I got so freaking hit it. You know, it's insane. It's insane. So oh yeah, the Brave browser. I signed up with the Brave browser. It's free. I want to put my code there. If you want to check it out, it's free. It's a cool browser. It blocks commercial and stuff like that. Man, shout out to Sandman for putting the Brave browser out there for MGTOW, and it's a way that we can get a little change if you sign up for it. And it's just an app, man. It's just an app, and it's free. I know MGTOW love shit for free. But with this, gentlemen, I say peace. Stay MGTOW. I definitely catch you next podcast or video.